First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me now on this First Alert Weather edition of Fox 12 Now. Today, I get to do something super fun with you. I get to take you out to the planetarium, where recently I sat down with Jim Todd, and he let me control the helm. I got to control the weather. I got to take us on a tour of the stars. I even got to run my own laser light show. So sit back, relax, and enjoy a fun time that we had out at OMSI. Well, I am down in the OMSI Planetarium with my good friend Jim Todd here. We've been making some appearances with me on the Fox 12 Now and some podcast appearances lately, but this one we had to be in person for.
Right.
We did. So where am I right now?
Yeah, welcome to the planetarium, and this is a very unique environment that you won't find anywhere else. So you're sitting inside of one of the largest planetarium in the Pacific Northwest. But we've been around for 75 years, and we started out at the Haslow site, and then we moved to the Washington Park, now this location on Water Avenue, and we're unique in that fashion. And so what you're looking at is a 52-foot wide dome, 15 meters. We have 185 seats here. We have a concentric seating, and we offer shows in a whole variety of fashion that makes it interesting for everybody. So we have shows for the little guy, One World, One Sky, to Saturday Night Live, talk about the current night sky, current events, black holes, everything. So we mix it up and change it up every month. And of course, we always have our laser shows and daytime and nighttime shows. And so we have to project all of that information. And we have 6 lasers and the year for the laser shows. Then we have 10 projectors that project the images on the dome, both in video and a model, which is very unique in that fashion. And then we have 6 servers. We have 5.1 sound system. And we're very unique in that fashion, and that's why people keep coming back to learn more about the night sky, to be entertained by the laser shows, concerts, and all of that. There's always something happening.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, you were telling me about, other than just the planetarium and the weather stuff, which we're going to play with here in a little bit, you were talking about other things that happen here, like proposals and parties. Tell me about some of that.
Yeah, we have live concerts in here. We have bands. We've had Pete Martini play the grand piano in here.
Wow.
We also have lots of marriage proposals. And we get quite a few of those. It's something with the romantic, often in doing a wedding proposal in here. So happy to say that 99% has said yes. Just to show that how diverse we are. That we have a lot of capability. We control the content here. We create the content. And so we're not just a movie theater per se. That we just have the ability to create things, some amazing things in here. And so we have a very long history of that.
Something you told me earlier that I really liked was talking about what's happening at that moment. We've talked about the Milky Way together a little while back, but you can bring the kids in, show them what's happening out in the cosmos. They can learn something from it and then come back and that. So what sort of programs do you have right now that are showing what's happening?
Yeah, so we have a variety of programs like Saturday Night Live, talk about the current night sky for the month of June and now July.
Yeah, July 1st.
And we talk, well, we got a full moon tonight. When where is it? Where can I find it? But we also show, oh, wow, look how low it is. And then we talk about what's in the night sky, what's the view. And then you'll say right away that, wow, where are the planets? Okay, well, we can leave the Earth and show what the solar system and where they are right now. Right? So we have all that ability to be able to change perspective, change the view. So we can go all the way out to the away from the Milky Way. And for us too, that for the planetarium, the school groups come here because many of the teachers have what we call standards. They need to teach season, the phase of the moon, the STEM programs, you know, they're offering STEM as far as interaction, engagement, because they can't find that in the classroom, but they can come here. And that's what makes that exciting and unique. And it's always so much fun to hear the kids' reaction when they come to the planetarium. They're engaged, they're happy, and they're learning something. And they walk away, we hope, that they have learned something from their visit, and the public as well. They ask questions. We try to engage with them and make sure that we're current. All those things make us very popular, and that's what makes us unique. That's what makes my job incredibly interesting, is that something's always happening.
Yeah.
Every day, every week, every month. There's
That's
always
how I
a
feel
story.
about the weather. I always have something to talk about.
Yeah, I think that it works well together, doesn't it? Yeah.
It does. So my question I wanted to ask you was, you know, when the kids come in, most of them or several of them probably it's their first time. What are some of those wow moments that those first time kiddos have when they leave here that they just continue to talk about?
Yeah, they continue, but they just don't realize, you know, the beauty of our night sky, what they're seeing.
Okay.
And so that's what we want to broadcast, to say, wow, look at the things that you can go and enjoy, take a telescope or binoculars, or bring people together, bring friends and family. Well, they create memories. I say, oh yeah, I remember going camping, we saw all these shooting stars, or we saw this fireball, or what's that bright point of light moving across the sky? Well, that's a space station. That's the real space station in your own backyard.
Yeah.
And the kids, wow, it's been up there for 20 years. I finally got to see it tonight. We show them how, where to look for it. And, you know, it just goes on and on. There's so much, there's always stories to tell. But the science comes with it. Just saying, why is this happening? Why have we seen the moon that looks a little red right now? Well, not because of the lunar eclipse. But we, of course, talk about the heat and the weather, and the weather. Because we can share a lot of stories between us.
Yeah.
And say, well, the summer is mostly warm and clear, and we have the best opportunity of the night sky. But then during the wintertime, well, that's not much to talk about. You have more to talk about than I do.
I have more to talk about in the winter than you do in the summer. That's why we work so well together.
Yeah.
We support each other.
But at the same time, why is it cold? Why is it hot? Why? Because, well, we're talking about the Earth going around the sun. We have season. Okay, so the sun drives the weather. Yeah, so this is where a great partnership. You know, they say, okay, well, I can blame you for not being able to see the northern light. We have the clouds.
I get blamed for that all the time.
Yeah, well, we let you guys know.
So now that we've kind of talked about some of the features that we have here and some of the things that you get to see if you come and visit the planetarium, I'm actually going to make some of the magic happen here. So will you tell me real quick, what is it that I'm looking at?
Well, what you're looking at is the control panel for the planetarium system. Anytime you visit a planetarium, there's always going to be an operator and a console. So, Katie, you're actually going to be the educator for the planetarium today.
Oh, wonderful.
And so all of these buttons are a script. And so what we have is a sequence of events that we can load some data. And on this system, we have about 3 million objects that we can have access to. So that'll give us the asset that we need to be able to project the things up on the dome. So we either have models or video. So Katie, you're actually going to be able to push the button and be able to project the image up on the dome. So right now, we see the sun, we see the clouds.
So that's what I'm seeing over here is kind of the movement of...
That's what's on the dome right now. So the audience right now, they're seeing the sky today.
Okay.
And so this is going to be a moment where you can describe, okay, there's the sun, look how high the sun is. We have clouds, we can change that. We can make a clear sky, cloudy sky. We can create the weather portion of this, or
I can
let's
make
give
it rain?
a shot. Let's give it a shot. Let's show the rain.
I'm going to do what I always am asked if I can do, and that is control the weather.
Yeah. And then we have sunshine and rain. What else do we have, Katie?
We have a sunset, the nighttime. I really liked the sunset. I think I'm gonna make the sunset.
There's the rainbow too.
Oh look! Oh, the rainbow! Oh, look at that! Can you see the rainbow over there? It's down toward the horizon. There we go. Look at that. We get a rainbow.
Now I could explain what creates a rainbow, how light travels, but also what makes the sky blue. Okay? And so why is it raining? Because we reach the point where the dew point at a certain level, freezing level, and then it comes down as rain.
Okay, I'm going to turn off the rain because, you know, again, I can finally control the weather here. Do I just click it? Oh, rain out. Look at that. Uh-oh.
Okay, then you wait until that goes black.
Okay, got to wait till it goes black. I'm getting anxious. I'm getting excited here. So our sun's up in the dome, which is right up there. Oh, there it goes. It's setting.
And then the magic. And we get to go out and look at the night sky for tonight.
And so this is what, if I was to take what you're showing us right here, and I were to go outside, it would mirror what I'm going to see when I go out tonight.
And then right away you'll notice, hey, Katie, we have a full moon tonight.
We do.
And the moon is low.
Very
So why is it low? But this is unique because it's right along the brightest portion of the Milky Way. Now, actually, this would not be a very good night to look at the Milky Way because the moon is so bright.
Yeah.
Okay? But this is kind of a great opportunity to say, wow, what's up in the sky? What can I see? But you all don't notice right away, too, there's only two planets, Mars and then Earth. Okay, so Earth, you can see it every day.
Yep.
At least we hope so. And then Mars is still there, and it will be for months of the summer. So this is what we call a dry spell for planets this summer. We've been seeing Jupiter and Saturn for the past 6 years. For the next 6 years, we won't. We've been so accustomed to seeing Jupiter and Saturn in our summer night sky for the past 6 years.
Yeah.
That's going to change now.
Okay.
So what else is there to see?
The Earth. Are you ready?
Yep.
Oh, look at that.
A model, we can also see,
Oh, there it is.
there we are, okay? And see position of the sun, where the Earth is, you talk about day and night. Into the Earth tilt, and you can see where you are right there. There's Portland right there in front of you, okay? And so that's the fun thing is that that's why it makes it fun to do models, because you can do this again. With the video, you can't go back and forth.
So I see. So what it basically did was it took where we are in Portland, and then just spun us around in our spot, and now we're looking back down as that point.
And
okay.
So we put the camera in space, literally.
Yeah.
And so we're zooming in on Portland. You can see Portland right there. The city light. There's Seattle.
Yeah. And then boom, and then it's going to spin us around again and put us back in our spot.
You know, they were kind of in the stratosphere for a few seconds there.
That's so cool.
So if you really want to get to learn about the sky, you have to learn about the constellation, because this is what we call the map. And if you want to communicate, so if I wanted to tell you where Hercules is, okay, I could show you the best way. First of all, find the Big Dipper, find Polaris, and so on. And then what's going to happen here is that we get the star names up there. And with all the magic, I mean, you're out camping somewhere, and you want to tell somebody, what am I looking at? And then this is your opportunity. And then, if you hit that one more time, you can see the stories. And that's what makes constellation, the planetarium unique. You can display it. And then hopefully when they leave, they'll understand, oh, that's where it is. Now we're rotating a little bit. We're going closer to midnight. And when it's closer to midnight, we'll say, wait, see that motion? You see where the moon is now? What's the best time? And then coming up in August, we have the Perseus meteor shower. We can create the meteor shower here. All of that. So that's what makes us unique. We have that ability to be able to display those kind of things.
Last one here that you
that would
made
just take
for
out
me.
the constellation. Okay, you can help us talk about weather, and then along that way, you can talk about what's in the sky and why we have season.
Now we're going to do my last button here, the solar system.
So what we're doing now, this is going to be a fun ride now, Katie, is that we're looking at the solar system and the position of the planets as they are today.
Okay.
This helps explain why we don't have planets in the evening. So where are they? They're in the morning. And so some of them are actually behind the sun. And so if you wanted to get a closer view, you hit that button, you go a little bit closer to the planets. Yep. You see their position. You see Earth, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Now if you look at the position of the Earth, when it's facing toward the sun, it's noon. When it's opposite, it's midnight. But if you look to the left, okay, you only see Mars. But where's everybody else? Jupiter's behind the sun, and all that. So everybody's in the morning. That's to the right. If we hit the button again, then we're going to see the outer planets. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Everybody wants to talk about Pluto. Right? Our beloved Pluto is a dwarf planet. Okay? When you go to the outer planets, you can see again, and kids love to talk about planets. Just as much as they want to talk about dinosaurs.
Oh, that surprises me, actually.
Yeah. So we have asteroids, but we also have comets.
Oh,
And comets come from the Oort clouds. And those bright spots there, all those are comets.
Oh,
Every
wow.
single day, there's comet in the sky. But they're so far away, they're so small, and they're so faint. Every once in a while we get a bright one. We've had a few bright ones lately. Then if you hit it again, if you really want to go on an adventure, so we're going to leave the solar system and see our home galaxy. So it's loading up right now, and got to get all that data, but when you think about it, you take a look at that. Okay, this moment here. Now hit it. Okay, and we're going to leave the solar system behind, and then we're going to see our home galaxy.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. So we don't, of course, don't have any actual picture
Yeah.
of our Milky Way, but
Yeah.
to give you a sense where we are. And then all around us, above, below, all of those are galaxies. There's billions of galaxies. And then the question is, no wonder why we feel alone.
So what we're working on now is we get to see a laser light show in here. You have lasers warming up right now, which I hear, and we also have steam or fog that
Yeah,
kind
we're
of
going to
helps.
be having a little bit of fog, and the fog will, the laser will strike the fog and make that kind of a 3D effect, and look like the beam is just right overhead. So that's the fun part, is that our lasers can be an artist. We project the image up on the dome, we play music, and then the laser goes with the music. And so we get these shows from Laser Fantasy International. And they're a very unique environment. And people come here not only be seeing laser, they see the dome with the background scene. And so it's a unique environment.
So you run these on a regular basis. Do you get to pick and choose which ones you want? Like how does,
Yep.
so yeah?
Yep.
Can somebody
we do
ever,
shows every day.
could somebody ever like reserve it for a private show? Like they can do that too? You can?
Yep.
Oh.
We do lots of private shows, conferences, meetings. We do it also for weddings. You'd be surprised how many weddings want the laser. Dancing, we do lots of
Birthday
dancing.
parties?
Birthday parties, all of that. And so that's what makes this room unique, is that we're very diverse. We can do all these things, and we have done many concerts, bands, rock and pianos and so on. They use laser, we use visuals, all of that put together. And we also done wonderful plays in here. We've done things with groups that do special showing of plays and so on. We have a very long history of things that happen in here.
So how do we make the laser light show go?
Okay, so once we warm it up.
Oh, is that the laser?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that's what's called the matinee lasers. Okay. And then well, I'll have you sit over here because you're gonna be the lasers.
Ooh.
But let's put some fog in here.
Okay.
Let's see those two do green lights. That fog will hang out for hours. Okay? And so that's what people come for when they get their ticket. They want to see the fog. So we'll get a little more, and we turn it off. We don't want too much fog in here.
got to play with some fun toys today. Obviously, the light show might have been the highlight of my day. I want to make sure that anybody who wants to come down knows, you know, where to go, what times they can come, things like that. And then you also talked about being able to go to people. So can you give us a rundown on that?
Sure. We do shows every day. Now in the summer hours, we're doing from 11:30 to 5. We do shows every 25 minutes. And you can find the schedule on omd.edu, the website, and you see the show schedule. But we have a variety of shows for everybody, all the way from the family with children, One Skies, to Star Night Live, which we just saw, which talked about the current night sky, which is very popular. We also have Solar Storm to talk about the solar maximum in the Northern Lights that happens now in this time of year. And then we also have, of course, the laser show. We have now Jukebox is being shown this month, but we show these monthly. And then we have the evening laser shows on Friday and Saturday nights. And those are the popular shows that we're doing. This one is Red Hot Chili Pepper. And then we also have our Dark Side of the Moon and all the classics. All of that can be found on the website. But we also are doing this month, we're going to do the OMSI Star Party on July 12th at Sub Stewart State Park. And this is when we're with the real sky. So if you like what you see on the dome, there's nothing like seeing on the real sky. So we have volunteers from Rose City Astronomers Club that come out and bring their telescope. We look at the object up close and personal. And then you ask questions and so on. Those are very popular. So that happened in July. We'll have one for August for the Perseus meteor shower watch. And then we'll have one with the autumnal equinox in September. All of that can be found on the website. And this is a great way to, if you want to get away from the heat, then come inside, but it's nice and cool, and you can learn about the summer night sky.
That sounds great. Well, thank you so much. I really had so much fun, probably more fun than anybody else ever has playing with lasers, and I appreciate you walking through this, getting to control the weather, getting to put on my own laser light show. It was pretty fun. So hopefully you get an opportunity if you want to come down and check it out, because I think it would definitely be worth a check out this summer with the kiddos, or maybe if you're just interested in yourself. So thanks for joining us. Thank you again for joining me. I really appreciate you spending the time with me out there in OMSI, and how much fun I got to have with Jim showing me all that they do to try and educate the public and help the youth get excited and have fun with space and weather and all the things that have to go with it. If you have any suggestions or ideas that you would like, or topics you want me to cover here on the First Alert Weather Fox 12 Now segments, please feel free to email those to us. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll do the best we can to cover all your topics. Have a great day.